Hey guys, today I'm just playing around with some loop antennas. Kind of got this cheap Chinese knockoff one just hanging here. This is also a cheaper MLA 30. It's a great receive antenna. You can't transmit on it, but you can receive. The first one, supposedly you can transmit on, super narrow banded. Same with, here's the Alex loop, magnetic loop antenna. And that one as well, it does work, but narrow banded. You got to dial it into the frequency you're on. But we're just going to go over here. I just want to play around a little bit and show you what these sound like on the air. Currently, they're all set up for the 40-meter band. Let me see if I can get a signal here. Or at least, for receive anyways. But currently I'm hooked up to the MLA 30. And just so you can see what the display looks like, going, 100 in each direction, 200 meter spread on, or 200, yeah. So that gets us pretty much the whole band there. And I'm assuming this down here is like FT8, probably. But anyways, pretty good. One thing that's unique about the MLA 30 for receive is I can switch bands. And I don't have to do anything to the antenna. Although I do have to turn down the gain a little bit here. So just on a receive end, the MLA 30, great receive antenna. I used to play around with this in my basement all the time. I kind of bought it initially for an SDR radio setup that I had running out in the computer. Don't really play with SDR anymore on the computer, so I sold all that equipment. But I kept that antenna because it is a great receive antenna. And you don't have to do anything when you switch between the HF bands, and I think it'll do 30 through 160 roughly. I don't know what it says on there. 0.5 to 30 megahertz. So yeah, there you go. Whereas the Alec loop, because it's a transmit antenna, you need to tune it into the frequency that you're on. But just strictly from a receive point of view, that antenna works great. Now this one over here, this Chinese knockoff, I don't know, I forget what it's called. It's got some kind of matching box that comes off the side, and I haven't had a lot of success with that. I think I've actually only made one contact with it. Pretty cheap antenna, like $100 or something, but it does work. It is hard. That one's fussy to get tuned in, and talk about narrow banded. You're only getting a couple of kilohertz either direction when you do get it tuned up. But just fun playing with these loops. The Alec loop I've had pretty good success with, working multiple bands, let's say. I'm gonna unplug this here. Let me go back to let's go back to 40 meters because I have that programmed. Let me take this off here. Plug this one. Now this is the Alec loop on 40 meters, or it will be in a second. Sorry about the camera work, trying to do this one-handed. So this is what we're getting with the Alec loop.
I can hear the difference, let's put it that way. I don't know, I mean, it was fine when,
It definitely quiets up the band, although I think it degrades some of the signals as well. But none of them are perfect, so. Trying to get a signal in here.
Exactly where I wanted, and conditions weren't too good.
Well, let me see now. I'll try and switch this back. I had a antenna switch up here. I don't know what I did with it. Sorry about the camera work again. Let's stick this one in here again.
Sure. And signal is excellent. You can't.
So now that's with the MLA 30. And you can see the signals have come up on these with the MLA 30. So again, the MLA 30, it's a dirt cheap antenna for a receive antenna. Although it does require to have, it's got a USB cord that you plug in to get 5 volts to it, because it does have a powered preamplifier on it. So these ones, however, I'm not impressed. I would stay away. Unless you really just don't have the money to buy anything else. Let me take this off again. We're going to swap. I'll put this one on now, which should be tuned as well, as good as it can be for that. Now you can hear it, but you can hear how low it is. But it does work. It does work. So, I mean, if you're super low budget, I guess there's no issue with using that.
Opportunities that,
And he's coming through relatively good with it.
Online or remote working can give you, right? Because, you know, it wasn't too long ago, maybe 30 years
I mean,
ago.
not horrible, but not great.
You were going to get a job, you were either going to live there.
I have the volume turned up much louder than I did on the other ones. Well, not much louder, but a little louder.
And nowadays, wow.
And so he's bouncing around, barely moving the needle with that one. Let's hook back up the ML30A. That brought his signal up to, you know, about almost an S9. And I got to reach over here to grab this other one. So now, again, that one was quiet, the first one, but you can transmit with that one up to, I believe, 10 watts. It might be a little more, I'm not sure. Now this is the Alec loop. So it definitely takes out a lot of the noise. You get more noise with the MLA 30. But I also think you can get weaker signals with the ML30. So just a quick video on these loops here, and maybe this will help you out if you're looking for it. There's some other loop antennas you can buy, mag loops and stuff, from different manufacturers. They all work relatively the same. 73 all. Please like and subscribe.